Certainly, without a doubt, there is a risk reality when you're hunting buffalo. They have earned themselves a reputation of being one of Africa's most dangerous animals, and not without reason. The buffalo certainly is one of the most tenacious animals you'll ever find. Even with a perfectly placed shot, you will very rarely get a buffalo to drop in its tracks, unless you brain or spine him. Once he's shot, he's going to head for some of the thickest cover he can find, and you're going to have to follow him there. No matter how confident you are about your initial shot, you have to treat every single buffalo that runs away from you with extreme caution, and you have to follow your professional hunter's advice. You have to follow his direction and do what he asks you to do, because his experience has taught him over the years to follow every single buffalo as though it's wounded and ready to attack. Once you start the follow-up, it should be slow, methodical. Every person should know exactly what they should be doing, where they should be looking, what they should be looking out for, and what the signals are from trackers up ahead of them, and be ready for any attack or for any possible sign of danger. What I personally like to do, and my advice to anybody following a wounded buffalo into thick cover, is give it about half an hour just for the bullet to take effect. If it's going to die, it will die in that time. And if it's going to run out of power, it's going to run out of power in that time. But don't go rushing in immediately after a wounded buffalo. Rather give it good time to expire first. I, like many other professional hunters, will actually ask you to put in an insurance shot, even if that buffalo looks dead. Because I tell you what, it's the dead ones that will get up and kill you. Bullets really are cheap, so have fun, go ahead, put another shot in, and everybody's going to be happy and safe. You know, me, like most other professional hunters, we all do want you to shoot and kill your own bull. But once you're following up a wounded, dangerous animal into thick cover, whatever you do, don't hamstring or handcuff your professional hunter from taking a shot if you're not in a position to shoot your own bull, because it is a dangerous situation and you really do need to take care of the situation as quickly as possible. Not every buffalo gives a death bellow, but once you've heard it once, you'll never forget it. And it certainly is music to a professional hunter's ears. Even if you do hear that death bellow, it certainly is a wise decision to walk up to that buffalo with caution, because he may just have a companion hanging around there, and a lot of times these buffalo will have one of his friends hanging around and guarding that bull that's down on the ground. So wait until your professional hunter actually walks up and touches that buffalo, make sure it's safe to approach, then go up and have a look at your trophy. Standing firm and shooting straight will always win the day. A wounded buffalo certainly can be very, very dangerous. And it may not have been wounded by you. It could have been wounded by somebody else, or it could even have been wounded by a lion or another buffalo in a fight. So I'd like you to have a look at this piece of footage where another professional hunter, Len Taylor, actually had a completely unprovoked charge. I want you to see how fast and how quick those buffalo are when they come through. Len managed to get in a self-defense shot as the buffalo came past. Luckily enough, this was enough to turn the buffalo and stop it from hitting anybody. When they were recovering the buffalo, they found that this buffalo had been wounded by lions, and that was the reason that this buffalo was acting the way it did. You just never know with buffalo, and you always have to be very careful. I would like to take this opportunity to pay respect to and also remember and reflect on two very dear friends, fellow professional hunters who died in the line of duty while buffalo hunting. The first man that I'd like to pay tribute to is Owen Lewis, a fellow professional hunter, very good friend, highly experienced, who right here in the Chauhori North concession in Zimbabwe was following a wounded buffalo with his client, and Owen literally sacrificed his own life by stepping in front of the charging buffalo once they'd found it. And that is just a true sign of the ultimate professional hunter. The second friend and colleague I'd like to pay respect to is Wayne Clark, who also sacrificed his life while following a wounded buffalo in the north of Tanzania. The point I'd like us all to remember here is that if it could happen to two of the most experienced professional hunters that I know, it certainly can happen to any one of us.
Early morning now, we've seen a couple of small groups of buffalo this morning already, but unfortunately there was no bull in it. So we found another herd now, and they seem to be moving right with the wind. So we're going to go and see if there's a bull in that herd. See if they mature yet or not. There's a group of wolves here, and then that one's gone off there. There's a group of cows on the left. Just have to wait for these ones to stand up here. Okay, before I can have a good look at them. With the buffalo hunting here, most of the time we would go to a water point early in the morning, a spring, a natural spring, or there are a lot of man-made water holes, and we would pick up tracks from there and follow them. After a long time into the safari, we went to a pan that we had been seeing some movement at before, a pan called Fever Pan, and sure enough we picked up a big herd.
We had an opportunity to get behind a small herd, which apparently had what looked like 3 Duggaboy sets of tracks in it.
Eventually we did spot a buffalo at the back of the herd, and that always makes me very excited. We were able to get around, get the wind right the whole time. It's incredibly exciting.
We moved closer to the herd, constantly staying downwind, and Lynn found one of the 3 bulls that were in that herd and determined very, very quickly that he was definitely an animal that we wanted to take.
Take that one there.
Shoot.
Okay. You get the same one, Phil?
Huh?
You get the same one?
Yeah. Feel comfortable, I did.
Put it soft. Big bull, eh? Very nice.
They're bigger than the ones up in the Shwari South
Yeah,
area in the Zambezi Valley. Bigger body weight. Oh, that's super.
I mean, look how thick his base is. Look how thick his horns are.
I love the bosses and everything. Gosh.